Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yin Yoga. Go ahead and get your blocks, get your bolsters or two thick books, a couple of thick pillows, okay? We're going to go ahead and get started. Granted, you may not need them, but get them just in case. If you've been with me for a while, you know I don't always use props, but that doesn't mean that may be something that can support you in your pose, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's start in Sphinx. So you're going to be, the tops of your foot should be on the table. I'm going to scoot myself down so you can see me. And then your palms should be on the table or your yoga mat or whatever surface you're on, okay? And you're just going to be holding yourself up. I like to bring my elbows back a little bit and just really expose my chest. So this is a nice way to make space in the chest, bringing the shoulders back just slightly. And then after we do that, just slightly press in the tops of your feet on whatever surface you're on. And you know you're doing it correctly when you feel that nice pull in the low back. No need to engage the glutes, just a little bit engagement in the legs, so that way you can push the tops of the foot into the surface you're on. Breathing into the tummy and the chest. And it's okay if you're like, ooh, this is a lot, and you need to come out, but that's fine. Take a little break, and then come back in slow. For me, it feels like my low back is being pulled, but it's a good kind of pulled. Inhale yourself up with your arms. Bend the knees, come forward. We're going to thread the needle. We have done this before, we just don't do it for a long period of time. Because for me, when I do it for a long period of time, my shoulders start to hurt. But we've been doing this, so we do need to stretch the neck. So inhale, bring the right hand to the corner of the mat or to the other side in an angle and thread the left arm through. It's a good way to stretch your neck on the left side, and it's also a good way to Um, Lengthen the right side from the hip all the way up. Inhale yourself up and we switch. Bring the hand back, left hand back. Bring yourself up to a seat. Okay. Now, go ahead and lay back. We're going to get ourselves into banana. So good, you can just make sure y'all can see me. Okay, so you're going to move, if you're on the mat or on the table, you're just going to move the left leg right next to the right one and maybe move the right one a little bit so you're at an angle. If you're doing this on the floor, no mat or anything, that's okay. Just make sure you're at an angle, okay? Nothing should be aligned. Everything should be at an angle. You can even cross your legs. The only time you're allowed to. That way, you get a little bit into the piriformis if you feel like you need to. So you can either have your feet together or you can cross the left over the right. I'm just going to put my feet together. You're going to just move just your hips over one, okay? So now your whole body should be at an angle. Right ear to right shoulder, which means you're looking up at the ceiling. You're not turning your head to the right. You're moving the right ear to the right shoulder as much as possible. You're going to inhale, bring the left arm up, but have it relax, and then have the right hand clasp the wrist of the left. Okay, you're just going to kind of bring it over, but relaxed. That way, you're not engaging your left at all. You're just clasping your left wrist with your right hand very lightly. Breathe into that left side. And also when I say bring your right shoulder, that means exactly that. I've seen people move their right shoulder up to their ear. Don't do that because then that's a whole other thing. You're shortening your neck muscles when you do that. And if your ear doesn't touch your shoulder, that is not the purpose. The purpose is to move it toward it, not necessarily on it. Anyway, go ahead and take another breath. Breathe into that left side. This is a good way to realign yourself and to lengthen.
Nice, slow, deep breaths. It's a nice way to get your spine aligned, your hips and shoulders aligned as well. Some of the clients have asked how to do that. This is another way to do it. Remember, if it's discomfort, just breathe into it. If it's pain, then adjust to where you're comfortable, but not too comfortable. Maybe I should say adjust to where it meets your discomfort level. Like it's not painful, but it's just discomfort. Put it that way. All right. One more inhale and exhale. Move your arms slowly down as you exhale. Bring your head back to center. Bring your feet back to center and your hips back to center. Okay. Now we're going to move the left leg over, right leg meets the left. Foot should be either side by side or the right leg on top of the other. Moving just the hips over one. Inhale, right arm, left ear toward the left shoulder. Inhale, allow the left hand to clasp the right wrist. Banana. We're going to bring that right arm over. Remember, the right arm stays relaxed. You should really feel the lengthening on that right side. If there's anything engaged, like your legs, on each exhale, let them relax more and more and more. Okay, exhale those arms down. Bring the head back to center, the hips back to center, over one, and the legs back to center. Shake your body if you need to. That was good. And if you feel off, it's because you've never felt aligned before. All right, so go ahead, bend the knees. If you have to get going, roll over to the right. If you're relaxing, roll over to the left. Or just get yourself into Shavasana. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me for 15 minutes of Yin Yoga.